It's not just your imagination. The weather is getting significantly worse. What does that mean for construction companies and their construction projects? It means we need to get much better at assessing risk at the earliest stages and managing risk throughout the life cycle of the project. Today, we're going to be talking with one of our customers, Chris McGinness, who can tell us all about how he's used the EHAB weather risk management solution to solve this exact problem.
Chris McGinness. I'm the Regional Planning Manager for the Scottish side of BAM Nuttall, and I spend a lot of time working through programme analysis, peer reviewing and doing the QSRA analysis, particularly at the tender stage for governance purposes and client specification. Weather risk that we included today had, as I mentioned, very little science behind it and difficult to explain and time consuming. So by using the EHAB analysis, we can use a huge data set quickly, and we can then combine that with our duration uncertainty and identified risk, which we define in risk workshops prior to QSRA. And we use that together with a detailed weather risk in the same analysis and can understand the impact of each separately. Also, the speed of analysis is critical at tender stage, especially for projects with high risk profile where we have governance, we have client demands, we have lots of deadlines. And being able to clearly explain those inputs to risk allowances is key to success in those areas. So days, reducing to this half an hour with a good degree of confidence that the data is what we need. So we can already be more explicit and clear about what that is. So it also takes away all of that explanation time. So presenting things in certain ways, writing reports, then explaining that possibly to non-construction people takes time. Whereas the clarity around, okay, here's the things in P6, these are the codes, this is how we've categorized what they are. These items are impacted by these thresholds. These are the trigger points where we will incur delay. Therefore, this is the analysis. That's a much cleaner way than we had previously. Compared to previous workflows, EHAB really helps us in being able to control that and clearly what the variables are that are the inputs. And when people understand what the inputs are, they tend to not question the output. I mean, if it's extreme, they'll want to know why, but that also helps us because we're able to distribute weather risk throughout different disciplines. You can see more specifically using risk, reviewing the risk drivers. Well, how much is that impacting steel erection? How much is it impacting cladding and so on? And, is it concrete that's the problem? Should we go, it could also help you things with, well, should we focus the design more on precast than in situ? Is it wind that's a problem, or is it temperature that's a problem? And these are a little bit unexpected benefits that we are now seeing. Some recent contract negotiations on who should own the risk and to what extent makes me think that EHAB is probably perfect for establishing clearly what we're allowing at tender stage and what we can establish, what we can then say is the trigger to the client. So there may be an approach there that we can use as well that we're starting to negotiate on at the moment, because normally you either have an NEC 1 in 10 threshold or you have something else which is agreed as a threshold to clearly establish where the limit of risk is. And so we think there's an answer here as to where we can use this clarity and quick modelling to be able to ensure we can secure a weather claim quicker. So that's another thing we're working on at the moment. Being able to model that in the virtual environment quickly using such a large data set is critical. And as we go forward in the industry, some of the biggest risks that are facing us is staff shortage because of lack of STEM graduates and climate change. So as these become more important projects over the coming years, I think it's essential that you have to have a robust way of managing risk and be able to do that quickly without having to have the attention of your own huge team of data analysts to be able to do so. So for that reason, I would certainly recommend EHAB.